Hi everyone, I just thought I'd do a quick video about landlords and tenants and obviously the current situation that we all find ourselves in at the moment. This is a time for sort of calm heads and trying to work through this in a sensible and logical way. So we at Keystone are going to do everything we can to make sure we all sort of come out the other side happy and not in loads of debt and all the rest of it with rent. So just a few things. So if you are a tenant, you've lost your job, get in touch straight away and don't just stop paying your rent. Get in touch. Let's work something out. We can work some kind of payment plan out for you. We'll work as a mediator between you and the landlord to make sure that we, can work something out where it's good for everybody. Okay. If the threat of redundancy is there from your employer and you're currently renting a property, perhaps speak to your employer about the government announcement last week about the 80% of wages being paid. That's basically if you were going to be made redundant as a result of the COVID-19 crisis, they are prepared to step in and pay your wages until the end of it. I think they said 3 months to start with, but it could be longer than that. So make sure you speak to your employer about that straight away, because it could be a good way of you keeping your job, keeping all your payment coming in, and consequently keeping your rent up to date as well. Now, I got a phone call earlier this week from one of our tenants who was under a bit of he'd had some misinformation basically about landlords getting a payment holiday on their rent, and he was actually asking for a reduction in his rent as a result of that. Even though he was still working, he's in the food industry, so he's still working, getting paid in full, and he thought, oh, well, the landlord doesn't have to pay their mortgage. Well, they actually do. The payment holiday, the way it works, you can choose to have a payment holiday for a period. I think they're offering 3 months at the moment. At the end of that period, you've got to pay it back. So it's not free money or anything like that. Don't be under the impression that landlords are getting a free ride with this. They're not. All landlords are relying on that income from their rent to supplement either their wages, or it could even be that it's a professional landlord and they rely solely on that income. So all I'm asking for is don't think that you can just stop paying your rent or anything like that. We want to work together with everyone. If you can prove to us that you're in a situation where you can't pay your rent, well, we'll do something about it. We'll work through it, and you'll know us. We're not the type that are going to sort of throw you under the bus or anything like that. Also, if you do require any work at your rental property at the moment, everything's still working as normal from our point of view. We've got 2 members of staff working from home, and we've got 1 or 2 in the office, but the office, I must point out, is closed. But if you come and you ring, we can sort of speak to you over the phone. Contractors can come and we can pass the key through the letterbox. They can go, plumber, electrician, or whatever needs doing. So again, you're not going to be left high and dry with this. So that's it for now, guys. Any further information you need, don't hesitate to pick up the phone. We're still here. Obviously, stay safe, follow the government guidelines, social distancing, do everything that Mr. Johnson is asking us to do, and hopefully 3-4 months from now we'll all be back to normal with a bit of luck. So thanks for watching, see you soon, stay safe.